Well, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you may be on this wonderful planet we call Earth. And tonight, figured I'd do a live stream, kind of tell everybody where my headspace is at, what I'm kind of thinking, what I'm doing. And what I'm doing at this moment is working on some more Wildcat anthology stuff and some Wildcat promotional things. So let's see if we can't get some stuff done today. Hopefully, get a few things done anyway. So I got a couple of things that I'm wanting to work on. I got this. Our good friend Barry wants me to stay on top of things, which I figured that's pretty much in the can. I just need to finish it. I've got this. I need to finish inking. So that's pretty much where I'm at, getting my stuff together. I was contemplating. Um, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Well, first of all, let's talk about what's new. How about that? Well, been trying to, do some cool stuff with my YouTube channel. As you all know, and sometimes I kind of fall short of that. A lot of it has to do with prep and prep and planning and technical difficulties, and all these things add up to a recipe of disaster. So my mindset is I just want to find some way to kind of spruce up everything on my YouTube channel. It's languishing, but surprisingly, even though that is the case, it is experiencing small amounts of growth. My YouTube channel is growing on YouTube like mold, uh, slow but gradual, but surely, it's going to get there. Mm, I would zoom in if I could. I don't. The only thing I can really do is just lower my boom stand here. Hopefully, get some stuff going here. So in the mindset and process of trying to get my YouTube channel up to snuff, there's a lot of cool things that I want to do. A lot of them requires a lot of work, and it's like when you're trying to be a comic book artist for a living, or at least get to that point. Um, the problem becomes, you can't really divide your time up that well, because making YouTube videos as I shouldn't say as a profession, because I don't get paid for them, but like as a potential profession, it's a lot of work. There's some people that's more ahead of the game than I am, and I'm so surprised to see that their channels have not blown up yet, which is really um, it's a really surprising thing for me. All right, let's answer some quick comments here. Our most excellent friend NTM Comics is here with us. Hello to you, good sir. My phone's talking to me. It's going kadong ding. Let's see. Let me match up where I'm kind of at here. So I'm going to make this one. I'll go ahead and get started on it. I'm going to make this one the shaded one. Hey, Gabriel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Most excellent. Hello to you, too. All right. Let's see. So, it, I know I'm kind of talking slow, but this is one of these things where walker talking and chewing gum at the same time is a little bit of a difficulty for me. I'm kind of messing this up, but maybe I'll fix it digitally, that type of deal. So, you know, I just had the idea the other night, about my channel. Like I'm wanting to go into a lot of spooky stuff and cryptids and Bigfoot and monsters and things that go bump in the night, UFOs, all this wonderful stuff. I'm really wanting to get into a lot of that. And I want to have guests and of course talk about comics and horror and sci-fi and pop culture and everything in between. But um, it's a lot of work. And then I had this idea that come to me. Now, I must confess, somebody's already beat me to this idea. Uh, there is I don't know what her name is. She's only got like maybe like 8 videos, maybe, of her doing creepy pastas. And what time she's doing creepy pastas, she is uh, drawing. She's drawing her anime. She's drawing her manga. You know, which is pretty cool. She's drawing stuff that has nothing to do with the story, and I was like, I can do that. That's perfect. That fits in the whole format of what I'm wanting to do. And so what I'm going to do is, Sketching Past Midnight Live will continue to be the show that we all know and love, or at least I think so anyway. But Sketching Past Midnight will be like it'll be like the day show. No weird pun and none pun intended. I don't know. But so there'll be like 2 versions of Sketching Past Midnight, live and not live. Now the not live version will be me drawing and narrating a creepy pasta of my choice, of my choosing. I really need to work on my diction, my the way that I read these boogers. I like the way overall the job that I did on the first one. That's kind of blurry. Who wants to look at that? But I feel like I can do better. I feel like if and for anyone that that actually enjoyed it, please don't listen to what I'm saying, because then you'll start looking for the negative stuff I'm getting ready to point out. But I feel like when I was reading the creepy pasta after I went back and listened to it after editing it and listening to it again after it was finished, that I was projecting my voice a lot. Now, what I mean by that is, when I flip that switch on, when I flip that mental switch and I become Tony Robbins, okay, um, there's like a vocal change that takes place, a ideological change, and all these different things. I mean, I'm still the same me, but there's a little bit extra. You know what I mean? And I guess what I'm saying is, when you're reading a creepy pasta, in my limited experience so far, I feel like maybe the best route would be is to have more of a kind of a laid back, submissive, feminine, type of thing, because I don't, day to day, I don't think of myself as a guy with an accent, except for when I'm on YouTube or record myself, then I can hear it pretty strong, and but the thing is, other people that are not accustomed to it, it could be jarring and blaring. And um, I feel like, no offense to my fellow Kentuckians, but some of my fellow Kentuckians, probably myself included, we have we have some accents that's doesn't really sound too pleasurable to the ears. Does that make sense? I've of Southern accents. I really like people from Georgia and in Alabama. They got such a regal beagle um, type of accent. It's just really nice. It's pretty cool. It's just I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just a nice drawl to it. Right now, like I'm losing half of my audience. They're like dropping like flies. They're like, "Damn you, CB! How dare you! How dare you insult my culture?" Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you something else interesting. What time I'm thinking about it, when I was, that's one of my favorite creepy pastas that I read, and it was I think it might have been the first one, Abandoned by Disney. And I remember when I first read it, many, or not read it, but heard it, well over a decade ago. It was like, wow, this is great. It's basically a creepy pasta. For those that don't know, is basically modern H.P. Lovecraft minus the cosmic gods, the old ones. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you read any of H.P. Lovecraft's stuff, he always tells his stories as if they're true, as if they're real. A lot of his stuff, seems like this first person encounters, it's journals and stuff, somebody trying to warn everybody to stay away and that type of thing. And that's pretty much what a creepy pasta is. And I love it. I still listen to them this day, and I'm surprised that I haven't been doing them sooner. And it's just I just finally found a cool way to merge my interest in my art and see where it goes. Because hypothetically, people can watch me draw and they can listen to the creepy pasta either or, and maybe it'll draw more attention to Wildcat. Maybe it'll draw more attention to what I'm doing, and when it draws more attention to me, it's going to draw more attention to all of you. All of you that have projects of your own. Because I'm a type of guy that believes I'm part hippie, half redneck, half hippie. I'm the perfect blend. I'm like a Cleon with a Vulcan, and but the hippie part of me believes, be the tide that rises all ships. Let's bring everybody up. I really like this effect. That looked kind of like the really best version of manga. It's kind of mangy-ish. Yeah, I'm getting pretty tight with that. I'm channeling my inner Travis Charest. Our fantastic friend Gibran is here with us tonight. I thought that vid was dope, referring to the Sketching Past Midnight thing. The regular series. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out. It's kind of hard to explain, when I say it like that. So anyway, I got the inspiration from this girl. She calls her videos creepy draw stas, DRAW stas, creepy draw stas, and she's only got like 80 of them, and she's got like, I don't know, 200, 300 videos, give or take, maybe not that much, of her just doing anime and manga stuff. And then she's got like 10 of these videos of her doing creepy drawstas, and she doesn't do them that often. I'm not thinking, you silly person, you're sitting on a gold mine. I wanted to use the creepy drawsta moniker, but then I thought, well, nobody else is doing it, and so I don't want to, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, I don't want to take something that she spent time and brilliantly coming up with, and then it hit me. I already got something like that. I have Sketching Past Midnight. Perfect. Perfect. The universe is coming together. I tell you something else interesting. Now, this is just me speculating. Now, so far, I've got one person, our good friend Gib, who thought the video was dope. Thank you for that, by the way. I'm still waiting to hear the jury out on it, of what other people think about it, if they enjoyed it or not, But my gut is telling me that my gut is telling me that I'm on to something really good. You know, I've got a good idea here that I stole from some girl on the internet. Let me drink my water here right quick. Drink that water, keeps the diabetes away. Okay. Our new friend and most awesome friend, who you may recognize as the lovely Dory, is here with us. Hello, Dory. She has just finished painting. Let's see here. What am I going to do now? I'm going to have to zoom it out because now I got to really think about what the heck it is that I'm drawing, you know. Lift the camera up. Oh, let's see here. Lift it on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Okay, so we're going somewhere good. I feel like we're going into good directions. My problem with this right now is this space right here. I feel like there needs to be something kind of cool. I'm thinking like maybe some help me out here, like graves and some, like a cemetery gate or something like that. I don't know, something neat. Now, if you notice this black edge here, what I'm planning on doing is basically, you know, the stole page spread. And so, you know, you open the comic book up, and let me see if I can find this other page right quick. Don't leave me. Let's see here. I feel like I got it here somewhere. Where's it at? You know, whenever you're trying to find something, it's never there. Never here. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about. So the comic book, the Wildcat Anthology, is going to have a cover, all right, and then come here, Pitt. And then when you open it up on this page right here, you're going to see something on the inside of it, you know. And then the very first actual page that you will see will be this, okay. And on this page, it'll say something like, you know, it'll have what the Wildcat logo, the anthology thing, once I get all that figured out, and then whatever order that I put everybody's story in. So, you know, I don't know. This looks like this is going to be the first thing. I guess it has to be because of what I'm wanting to do. So hypothetically, let's just say the first story. I'm wanting to call it something either This Was Your Life, or give it a name such as come on, thanks, CB. What was the other one? Not the Green Monolith. No. It is a H.P. Lovecraft and a Black Sabbath song. So if you can figure out what the name of an H.P. Lovecraft story and of a freaking Black Sabbath song, you get extra credits. So anyway, that'd be, you know, it'd have that name, and it'd be like written and drawn and all this other stuff by C.B. Smallwood. And then there'd be another story. It'd be like, I don't know, hypothetically, Werewolves Gone Wild. You know, written by Lucifer Storm, art by um, Abel Parsons, and inks by Palmiotti, and so forth and so on. And then, you know, each one of these things be entered. I don't know why it takes me 10 minutes to explain just one thing. So anyway, you flip past that page, and then you're going to get this double page spread. And I'm thinking, you know, right in here would be like a big font that would say something like, you know, This Was Your Life or whatever. I don't know, and some really cool font. And yeah, and I just need something right here, right here, something right here that justifies doing a double page spread. Because honestly, I only needed this page to whatever. But like, I think what it is I want to wow people, and I want as soon as people open up the book, I want them to go, wow, wow. I don't know if this is wow material, but I think at the very least you can tell that I'm trying. Let me answer some comments. Oh, the fantastic one. Sideburns is here. Good day, CB. Cool creepy pasta the other day. Thank you. All right, so now I got two people that have validated that my creepy pasta reading skills was not that bad. So that makes me feel pretty good. And let me tell you something else about the creepy pastas that I'm going to be doing. I've already heard a lot of the good ones and the bad ones. So all the good ones, all the good pudding is coming to this channel, okay? None of those duds. So, I mean, unless your taste is different from mine, so yeah. But just saying that. All right, we got a winner. We got a winner. Yes, you did it. You did it, my friend. Uh Jormunger. Jormunger. Is that right? Jormunger. Beyond the Wall of Sleep. You nailed it. You nailed it right in the head. But you slayed that vampire. Even though you're supposed to like put a stake in the heart, and then if you want to go medieval, saw the head off and separate it from the body and that sort of thing, and then burn it. But that's what you've done with this. You won the coveted Stan Lee's No Prize, resurrected from the grave, Excelsior, and the whole 9 yards. So that's one of the names I was thinking about putting right here, for this story. Okay, a horse and a carriage. Horse and a carriage. Damn you! You had to pull something like that. A castle is a castle is easier to draw than a horse and a carriage. Oh boy. You got a good point though. That would be interesting. Okay. All right. Let me think. Okay. So I got this kind of indicated to be blacked off. I think what I need to do is I need to actually do some drawing, and it's probably always best to do off camera because a lot of times when I draw, I'm just doing this. I'm summoning my drawing powers from the ethos to help me out. Okay. Pressure time, pressure time, pressure time. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How about I think bones are always kind of badass. So let's try some of that. Let's put some bones in here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm a good bone guy. I mean, I'm not great at it, but I've been known to draw a few good bones or two. I get my reference out, unless I nail this right away, and then think maybe. Yeah. All right. Gabriel writes, Mr. CB, if you like creepy pastas, you might also like the SCP Foundation. Yes, yes, I've heard of it. It's pretty cool. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm more into the creepy pastas. But the SCP Foundation is basically, for those that don't know, is like this fictional government agency that basically captures all these cryptids and bizarre entities and locks them away for study. And the way those stories are told and how they're different from creepypastas is they're told as more of a like a scientific um, analyzing, analyzation type of deal, where they're trying to figure out stuff and things like that, And but Zyburn says the SCP stands for Secure, Protect, and Contain. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty. I like that. Our most excellent friend Frank says, "Mr. CB, will you sing me a song? Will you sing me a song?" Um. Well, that's the thing. I've been trying to work on my vocals, and then like it seems like I'll work on them for like an hour, and within that hour, uh, about 30 seconds of my singing is uh is what? 30 seconds of my singing is what? It's it's doable. I try to sing the metal, and the metal just won't have me. Now I can't sing you. I cannot marinate you with a full-fledged thing. I'll try to hit you with a few seconds maybe of a song, and see how that goes. Ding 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 ding. Let's see. Probably gonna mess this up. Been working on that railroad. Been working on those rails. Been working like a son of a bitch. Gonna try to get out of here. Don't you say damn. Hey, damn. Don't say damn. Well, I'm trying to da. I forgot all these words. Getting frustrated all the time because I can't remember the lyrics. Don't say damn. Hey, damn. Don't you say damn. There you go. But I wrote a whole song about a guy who hops on a train going back to Kentucky, see the girl he loves. He's going to get on bended knee. And then the train pulls in the station, and lo and behold, he sees there's that girl. She's standing with another man. There you go. I have serenaded you with a song. Say, I liked you and Annis singing better though. I like the whole Titanic thing. That my heart truly went on. Let's see here. What we got? Got some comments. Everybody talking to one another, not talking to me, making me jealous. Gibb says, yes, rock. Yeah. I wrote that if anybody likes it. I got some folky things. The folky stuff, the folky alternative stuff, I actually sing fairly well, but now when it comes to the metal, oh man, I'm terrible. And I got so many cool metal riffs. That's the thing about it. That's what hurts the most. My song, CB. Thank you. Wash hands. Okay. So let me get focused here. Let me put my pick up. Let me tell you what, when you have a good pick, it seems like you always lose them, I tell you a cool story. I was at a local pizza place like 10 years ago. And, oh, don't ink this yet. Don't get crazy just because you play a little song. There we go. About 10 years ago, I was at a random pizza place. It doesn't matter. But I was in the parking lot and I looked down. Guess what I saw? Guess what I saw when I looked down? I saw the pick of destiny. That's not a lie. It's not an exaggeration. I saw the pick of destiny from the movie, The Pick of Destiny by Tenacious D, one of the greatest bands that have ever walked this earth. And I picked it up and had it ever since. I don't know where it's at now. It, gotten oh, are we back? Nick, 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 Nick. Yeah, I think we're there. We go. Just now, it's like this little green nub. Is pretty much what it is. Let's see. Salazar writes, I wish I had the lyrics of the Titanic song so I could sing more, but Anna was a good voice, so it probably better that she sang the most. Well, you know what? Everybody gets A for effort, you know. The more you do it, the better you get at it, except for when it comes to me, when it comes to singing. I do somewhat decent on the folky country alternative stuff, but man, when it comes to rocking, my vocals are eh. But I tell you what, when I just let loose and just do what what feels right, and I just channel Dave Mustaine, it just comes out great. But I don't want to sing like Dave Mustaine. Not that I have an aversion to it. I like Dave Mustaine, but I'm just saying. I heard Johnny Cash in that. Yeah, yeah. I really like Johnny Cash. I like Mr. Cash. Okay, let's see. Let's put the teeth. Looks like a mustache. Channel your inner Dio, CB. I got one song. It does sound like Dio. Well, it's not just my song. You know, me and Will Avenger wrote it together. Gosh, I can't remember how it goes. Something about the sons of man. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and kind of dick around on the guitar to kind of get back in the groove to remember how that one goes. I had a few picks of Destiny. I bought a pick pack at the music store plus a plastic replica. Well, I had the real thing. I actually went on a world tour and I went under a different moniker and stuff like that. You may know me as um, uh, John Five. I've played with Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, and then one day I got, when I lost the pick, I split into two different people, and I had to assume this identity as CB, and then the other half of me, continues to this day jamming. So it's a bit of a sore spot for me, a bit of a tragedy, if you will. And don't challenge me on this either, because I don't like to be challenged. Da, da, da. All right, that skull's coming out fairly. Let me zoom in here where you can look at it. Not too bad. It's not a bad skull. It's not the best looking skull. It's not Ghost Rider worthy, but it is what it is. Let me fix my stuff here. I got things going all wrong. Hang on, guys. Got to move my tripod. I got. All right, you get out of there. You get over here, just like that. There we go. I think that's better. Better for me. All right, so we got this on there. I feel like maybe be cool to have, but then if the lettering goes here, that's going to cover that up. So maybe down here would be the way to go. I thought those were hands clapping. I don't know why it tickles me. That's pretty good. Uh, it's 2:10 a.m. Friday morning now. I think anywhere from 1 to 4 p.m. would be good for me. And as a gig, so she won't be on. Okay, so maybe I can draw right here and maybe like okay, well, let's come on, let's do the David Finch thing. Let's put the vest on. Do the Jim Lee vest. Put the holes where the arms go. And right here. So what I'm thinking right now is the idea of drawing kind of like a skeleton slumped, you know. I was thinking maybe I'd make it easier on myself and maybe make it cooler if it had tattered clothes on, so that way I don't have to worry about being so anatomical anatomically accurate, you know. Let's see. Well, I guess that looks about right to me. Um, figure out the other leg here in a second. So, um, going back to the creepypasta stuff, I'm pretty excited about it. I have this weird thing that happens to me, and it might be too soon to say, but I'll say it anyway. When I'm on the precipice of something that could potentially be kind of big for me or good for me or whatever, there's usually like strange, unforeseen things that just happen out of the blue that is beyond my control. and and it's almost like the something in the universe is trying to stop me from doing whatever it is that I'm trying to do that is cool. I remember when I was working on the Warrior's Edge martial arts magazine. I was putting that together. I was going out and interviewing everybody. Um, for the first couple obstacles I had was, I tried to make things easy on people. I'd find these martial art people and get them to agree to be in the magazine, and and then I would actually, for some of them, I would send them the questions in advance. Like, just send me the answers. And that way I can just type this up real quick and I'll make you look good. Yada yada yada. And then some of them just took forever on it, and I had to, it put me in a bad spot of like, gotta hunt these, gotta hunt these people down now to get this so I can finish it. And then once I got all the material together and all the pictures and all the interviews and got everything typed up, my computer started crashing. Um, I was using an open source program, which is awesome, called Scribus. And every time I'd have like 10 or 12 pages done, it would just crash. And then when I would restart the computer, all that data was lost. I had to start all over again. I mean, I still had all the stuff individually, but like I had to put it back together. It's almost like, just picture Frankenstein's monster being put together, and every time he tries to give it life, it just explodes. And so he has to take the remnants of everything and explode it and just stitch it back together. And that's what it was like working on that magazine for the first issue. And well, anyway, trying to figure out where to put this other leg. See, this is, whatever leg that is. But I ran into a lot of obstacles with that, and well, what I ended up doing is, for I had to export each individual page as a JPEG. That way the computer can handle it and then reassemble it later to put into a PDF format. And when I done, it took longer to do it that way, but that's how my computer can handle it. And so there, stuff like that tends to be the thing that happens a lot. And when I was working on the creepypasta stuff, I recorded myself drawing. That went fine. But then I went to go record the audio of me reading the story, which I did separately. And so I found a creepypasta that I wanted to read. I started recording, and my computer started crashing. This is a computer that has Linux on it. This is a computer that's got plenty of memory. This is a computer that is a little bit better than the last one I had. And yeah, just everything just started crashing every time I started record. And it did it like 5 times, and I'd restart my computer, do all that. So in the last time, I just let it continue to be in safe mode, and I just kept recording anyway. Then I went and edited the stuff, put it together. And then when I went to go, after I got done editing and I went to rewind back to the beginning of the audio, it was missing the first 5 minutes. So then I had to go and re-record the first 5 minutes, add that in, export that out. And so when it came time to make the thumbnail, I made the thumbnail on my phone and I went to go upload it to my Google Drive. And then my Google Drive told me that I didn't have any memory left. So I had to delete everything in my Google Drive to make that happen. And then Google Drive was still telling me that that I was out of memory. And it usually takes a day or two or a couple of days for it to register that you've deleted everything known to man. And then I found out that Google Drive is synced with Google Images, and so I had to delete things that were uploaded from my phone to Google, so I could have more space just to upload a picture of a thumbnail that I had made on my phone. And there was something else that happened. It's just one thing after another. And so anyway, I guess my point is, in a very long-winded way, I'm trying to build up to what it is I'm talking about. But usually I feel like when I'm on the right track on something, that's something that could be really cool, really good for me, really good for other people maybe. I feel like there's forces beyond my control that usually tries to stop me. Now, maybe that's the egomaniac in me. Maybe I'm being too much of an optimist to take a difficult situation and put a positive spin on it. But yeah, that's just how I kind of feel about it. So I'm hoping that I do a good job on these creepypastas. Maybe I put this here. Come on. Whatever. I don't care. Just get on there. Come on. I'm trying to figure this out. Don't make my life hard. Don't make it more difficult. All right, that looks sort of leggish. So I'm pleased with that. Now let's bring this down just a little bit so we can see what's going on. Guitar chords in the way. There we go. So, how successful do I think the creepypastas will be? I don't know. There's a lot of competition out there, but I don't think, other than that one girl, I don't think there's anybody else really drawing and doing creepypastas at the same time. So that's pretty good. The other thing is, I really have to double down and devote some time to make that stuff happen, you know. But the good news is it's going to force me to draw or make sure that I draw, stay on schedule with drawing, you know, because it's part of the concept of doing this stuff is um, having stuff to show art wise, you know, for the videos. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Maybe hmm, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe some I feel like something else would be good to have in there. Mm, I have to think about it. I have to give it some thoughts. Now, I know you can't really tell here, but this little these ain't mistakes. If I was able to actually zoom, um, you could tell you'd be able to tell somewhat that these are like birds or bats, you know, either or, whatever you prefer. Let's say Frank writes, "What are you drawing, CP?" I'm drawing a masterpiece, as a matter of fact. I am drawing the Wildcat anthology. I'm still figuring out the cover, you know, I'm working on that. But, you know, like I said, there'll be the cover, and you open it up, right? Here it is. This is what it's going to look like. You open up the cover, and then there'll be a bunch of stuff here. And then you get to a page like that, and this is what you're going to see, and it's going to have, you know, the Wildcat anthology credits, all the different artists and writers and stuff that have contributed stories, you know. And then when you open it up, you're going to have a double page spread, I guess, of this, assuming, you know, I've got everything formatted right. If not, I can always throw in an ad or something, you know, to straighten it out. But, you know, double page spread, you know, and then up here somewhere will be a big, large font that will say something like Beyond the Wall of Sleep or This Was Your Life. And the Wildcat stories that I do, uh, I always try to give them a name of a song. Okay, so Metallica has a really cool song called "This Was Your Life" off the Death Magnetic album. It goes dun 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 dun, wow 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 wow, dun 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 dun, and it's just really cool. And so I've always wanted, since I created Wildcat, to have a soundtrack to the comics, because when I was drawing and doodling Wildcat, I was listening to music as I was doing it. So what I'm going to do is, I guess I may start with the anthology. There may be like a Wildcat EP, and so basically, you know, give names to the stories, and each of these names is not will also be names of songs. And so I'll create a discography or whatever you call it, and I'll draw a cool album cover, or try to anyway. And people can download that album cover, and they can make their own bootleg Wildcat EP soundtrack for the anthology, and which they have to, you know, figure out how they download the songs and stuff like that. That's all on them. So that's something that I want to do. And when I do the first issue of the Wildcat Dead Man Walking thing, which will come after this, I'm going to continue to do that, you know. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So, you know, hypothetically, somebody could download the art and put it in a CD casing or whatever, or a cassette casing, and then just go and download all the songs that they need for it, because they'll have the list, and there they go. They'll have something to listen to as they read the comic. That's um, that's what I'm hoping anyway. But I don't want to say too much just yet, because, you know, I got to draw this thing, you know, and there's other people that's, you know, working on their stories too, you know. So got a bunch got to get done. Um, I would love to get this out near October, near Halloween. We'll see how that goes. Got my dog barking at something, some moron walking at 3 in the morning. Should be in bed. Only us night owls allowed walking. But you know, if he wants to play with a pit bull, it's up to him. Huh? Don't matter to me. Bom, 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 wow, 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 wow. Did. Yeah, I got the song in my head now. Okay, and what I'll be doing to this, I'll try to make the clothes look a little tattered and stuff like that. So try to channel my inner Adam Kubert. I like how he does some kind of like these tattered things, you know. Put in a little bit of what's his face, fish sticks. That's his name. You know what I mean? Sam Keith. Put in some Sam Keith in there. Draw some um, phone cords. Love his phone cords. They're awesome. Must be somebody walking. I hear my dog still barking. Maybe I could. Maybe I'll add. See how this look. Add a sword here. Maybe Doom Barbarian entered a interdimensional portal and layeth the smacketh down on somebody. That's a very bent looking sword. I couldn't make it any more bent if I tried. Gotta use these cheating things that Sideburns likes to use. See, I'm only doing this because you know, I'm not 100%. You know what I mean? And normally I could just, you know, draw like no other and it not be no thing. Where's my eraser? I think that looks pretty good. You know, I guess so anyway. Ain't nothing to write home about, but put it on a postcard. All right, so got that going on, and let's erase a little bit of here. I guess the blade should be a little bit bigger than the handle. And I apologize, everybody. I'm kind of getting into Bob Ross mode, you know, where I'm really focused, trying to do some art, you know, get all fancy, drawing a little bit of happy blood, a little bit of happy blades. Um, some happy death, you know. Trying to anyway. Gibb writes, will the anthology be in black and white? Yeah, it'll be in black and white. Yeah, for a couple of reasons. One, I figured everybody would have their hands full of penciling, writing, inking, and lettering. That no need to make it any harder, you know. And then, and also it would save on print cost, I think, and so that would make it just a little bit cheaper. Um, and this other part I'm getting ready to mention only happened later, but since it's kind of like a horror themed looking anthology, I think it'll add the look to it, kind of harkening back to those old eerie and Tales from the Crypt and creepy, um, Vampirella, a lot of those old magazines and stuff like that, or at least try to. I mean, like everybody's artistic sensibilities are different and stuff like that. But overall, I'm kind of going in that direction, you know. I just want some really cool, tasty stories in there and some action in there and a lot of cool different stuff. I'm gonna put some fake ads that are humorous, and I'm gonna put some real ads too. You know, what I want to do is I want to promote everybody that contributes to it. So I want to put like a 1 or 2 page ad that promotes either somebody's comic or their website, or it doesn't matter, just whatever. And I also want to put stuff in the anthology like I said, I really like those old classic ads that you would see in 1970s, 1980s Marvel, and also in the I guess like in the 60s and 70s in these old horror magazines, you know, where like you would see all these cool looking shirts and posters that were for sale and they were like, you know, stacked up. Or like there'd be like these creepy looking items that you could buy, these little statues and figurines and stuff of Frankenstein or the mummy or the creature from the Black Lagoon. And I thought about reaching out to people on Etsy and saying, hey, you want to be in my comic, you want your product in my comic, and what I would do is find all these. I've actually made a list. I made a list. I spent a night like 4 or 5 hours just making a list of different people that I would approach, not even talk to them yet, to see if they want to have an ad in there. And to be honest with you, I'm not. I don't even think I'm going to even ask for money or anything like that, you know, because um, I'm I want the aesthetic of it. I also was thinking about like you know, approaching like big companies that do these sort of things and asking them, and maybe try to hit them up for money. But like even if they said no, my train of thought is that when I do the Dead Man Walking Wildcat comic, you know, not the anthology, but you know the comic, you know, the one that I've been working on forever. That if I do like some free ads for them this go around, that maybe I could hit them up later, and it would help cover the cost of any creative help that I would need to put it together, and also shipping costs and stuff like that, things that I can't uh, you know, foresee that would help, you know, keep me afloat. So that's kind of like that's my train of thought. Oh, so many cool things, you know. Me and our good friend Robert Johnston was talking. Um, I think he had the idea of doing like an ad that had the Hey Skinny ads where the guy kicks sand in that skinny guy's face and takes his girlfriend, and was going to change it to where the muscle bound dude is Wildcat. And basically, when the guy lifts weights and he goes to take on Wildcat, Wildcat smashes him again, and then keeps the girl. so, so that's kind of stuff I'm wanting to do. You know, humorous ads, and actual real ads where people can, you know, buy real products and stuff, you know, and ads to promote everybody that's involved with the anthology, you know. And I know it sounds like a lot of ads, you know. I have no idea how many will be in there, you know. It's just all about creating a look and feel for the book and helping everybody out. Will it be available in hologram form? Well, that's a possibility. Because let me tell you something, technology is moving by leaps and bounds. I'm wanting to get started on some Wildcat action figures, and I just don't. I haven't found any programs yet to do that are cheap and easy to use, or that are free is what I mean, free and easy to use, that do 3D modeling. Like where you can just basically, and then that way I can 3D print some Wildcat toys, or at least some prototypes. That way I could build modes of them. And then, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, as soon as the technology catches up to where you can make hologram comics, you better believe there'll be a hologram Wildcat comic. Captain Courage, that's a good drawing. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Let me zoom out here. Let you get a gander. So that's kind of what's looking. Honestly, though, with this sword and stuff like that, I feel like I'm 10 years old all over again. I'm like 12. It's something like a 12-year-old would draw. And my gut tells me I'm on the right track. If your 12-year-old self would draw this stuff, then you're doing pretty good. Some of the other things that's on the drawing agenda, and I probably won't get to them tonight, maybe. But finishing up, this is long overdue. Barry's going to spank me with a 2x4 in the head. But I had some problems with this, and just took a break on it, and I never came back. This was I think this is page 7 of one of my contributions for the anthology, and this was a story written by B.W. Sims, and I had problems with this because the posing and stuff, but I fixed it, or at least I feel like I fixed it, and I have problems with that definitely. And then I had the head tilted wrong, but I think I kind of fixed that, and I feel like, in a way, I'd like to do a double page spread of Wildcat killing the polar bear. But I like to double page spread everything. That's my trouble. And then I got this bad boy, and it came out pretty good. I messed up on his mouth right here. I may just leave it be, but I don't know. Got all these skulls I got to do. That's going to be fun. But thank you. Let's see. Jormunger the Worm writes, will I be able to get it beamed directly into my subconscious? Well, you're in luck. Okay, you're in luck, good friend, because one of my good friends happens to be one of the world's most renowned psychics. He's been on such television shows such as I'm Psychic, Believe It or Not, and also like I Know What Your Mother's Thinking, and who can forget the Emmy Award winning I Know When You Pick Your Nose. He's been on all of these, and he's agreed. We've talked about this, about him channeling his third eye, and what he would do is he would read Wildcat Anthology, and as he's reading it through only the paid tier, right? You have to do the paid tier for the beam directly into your subconscious. He would beam it into your subconscious, through the astral realm. There will be some terms and conditions, but yeah, that will be a You know, if my friend's still up to it, that will be a tier. I have thought of Captain Courage 3D printed action figures. I have the same problem finding a good program to make a file print. Frank, what are you doing? Are you two people now? Are you two people? Are you Captain Courage and Salazar Art Nation? How are you pulling this wizardry? What are you doing? You ain't fooling me. Have you cloned yourself? Is Captain Courage? Wait, what? Maybe this is the real Captain Courage. So let's see. I'm going to blow out the knee because that's always wonderful. You see people blow their knees out and they always you know, have some form of excitement about it. I can't reveal my secrets. All right, let's see here. Let's go do some battle damage on the sword. Get my lead out. Throw in some of these. You can't even see. You can't even see what I'm doing on the sword, but I'm throwing in these little. What do you call it? Hellboy, Mike Mignola. I'm throwing in some Mike Mignola dents. I like how he does his dents. It seems like they shouldn't work, but for some reason, he has such a command of shadows that it fools the eye into thinking like, hey, need to put some dents on that. You know, it looks like dents. I don't even know what I just said just then. That's trouble. You're right. He is also Anna. He's also Anna. I think that's a possibility. Let me tell you something. You know, technology has come so far, so advanced that you can literally make a AI person. So it is not beyond the realms of reason. I've not seen Anna or Frank in the same space at once. I've seen them separately, broadcasting video wise. So hypothetically, it is possible he would have the technology to create this artificial person. Yes, yes. And because the technology is so new, it's no wonder Anna never remembers me, never remembers that I am the creator of Wildcat, one of the most awesome characters ever. You know, I've done the 100 days of making comics. I'm the best thing since sliced bread, and never remembers any of that stuff. And now I know why. Anna is a robot. Anna is a hologram or some type of AI, and what it is like where she's such a new technology. She only has so much information for each live stream, you know. Then he has to reboot her. I know what's going on. Okay, that's enough laugh aloud. I uploaded the YouTube short and I was checking if it showed up on a short shelf. Thought I'd sub as Captain Courage. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take all the subs. LOL. Her AI software needs an upgrade. I mean, what? AI? Yes, it does. She needs to remember who I am. She's hurting my narcissism. I don't like it. Don't damage my ego like that. Face swap app, deep fake. Yeah, there is some amazing deep fakes. I like some of the ones on YouTube where they actually hire a voice actor to do some stuff. But I will tell you this: when deep fakes first started popping up, there was this concern, which it could still happen. Granted, where people would just start deep faking to destroy the culture or do nefarious things. You know what I mean? Some evil Knievel stuff, like like keeping Osama bin Laden alive for perpetuity. you know, but instead, a lot of people just use it to put, I don't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger in No Country for Old Men, or something like that. Uh, so that's kind of neat. So I need to put the shadow over here. So I put the shadow in the entirely wrong place. I put the shadow in entirely in the wrong place. I can't do a Christopher Walken. I'm right on the cusp of it. I put the shadow in entirely the wrong place. I can't do it. I watched a Christopher Walken movie today. I hadn't seen it in forever. Didn't even know what it was called. It's called Communion, of all things. And it's about Christopher Walken being abducted by aliens. And it kind of ends, like whatever. But I always remember the aliens in it being, kind of creepy and all this other stuff. I don't think we're ready for Osama bin Laden comeback tour. Well, let me tell you something. You need to tell that to the government. I'm one of those guys likes these conspiracy theories because for some reason all of them are coming true. That's the most horrible thing about it. Everybody's going to be wearing tinfoil hats now. Everybody. Because all the conspiracy theories are coming true. It's crazy. It's crazy. So it wouldn't surprise me, like, oh, we need some type of new crisis to do some crazy things that are not going to be popular. Let's bring back Osama bin Laden. We threw his body over a boat instead of bringing it back to show everybody that he was dead. So let's do it proper with some AI. I like the prophecy movies. I do too. To be honest, I think I've only seen the first two, and I don't remember the second one, but I do remember the first one. That is good. It was good. It was good to watch. I tell you an impression that I can sometimes do, fairly decent. Oh, you're getting ready to leave just as I'm attempting an impression. Watch it, you. Watch it, you give. You would do that. You have a good night, sir. But I used to do this skit at work, and I wanted to turn it into like an animated thing. I can't do it on YouTube right now because it's got a lot of curse words in it. But I always wanted to do a skit where I had an animated thing of Sean Connery, and like the first episode hypothetically would be like somebody knocking on his door and they're wanting something from him. Maybe it could be somebody that's wanting him to sign a petition to save the whales. Like it'd be like, hello, who's there? And then they open the door and and he opens the door and then there's this guy from Save the Whales or something like that. He's like, yeah, yes, sir. I was wondering, would you be interested in signing this petition to save the whales and the spotted owls and lizards in the Cancun? Why, you've come to the right door. But first, before I answer your question, you must answer mine. How many? How many? How many? What? Mister Mr. Connery. Ask me how many. I don't understand. Ask me how many I've got to give. How many do you have got to give? And then he holds up his middle finger and he's like, this many. This is how many I got to give. As a matter of fact, I got this many. I have 0 F's to give. Oh, wait a minute. I'm digging in my pocket now. I found one. Yes, I can give you 1. I'm leaving out a lot of explicit language, but yeah, I always wanted to do that skit, but never happened because then I'd have to learn to animate. And I'm still trying to learn how to draw, and I don't even know how to do that half the time. Most of the time. Don't tell nobody. Okay, I'm feeling better about this double page spread than what I did initially. I feel like sometimes I feel like a nut, and other times I don't. I don't remember how the rest of the song goes, but there it is. Okay. Let me answer these last questions. I have to head out too and get some sleep, but I'll stay for the impression. Okay, cool. So I guess you heard it. It's halfway decent impression. Ain't nothing to write home about. Not cute. Good night indeed. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up with a good goodbye. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate the moral support of being here with me as I try to finish this double page. I just want to remind everybody that no matter what difficulties you got in life, you can overcome most of them anyway. Save death, of course. Well, who knows? You never know. Technology's getting impressive these days. Remember to be the tide that rises all them ships. Be the change that you want to see. And don't let the internet make you hate your friends and neighbors. Internet's making everybody hate everybody. And I understand that there's a lot to be passionate about, and there's a lot to reason to be aggravated about stuff. That all that stuff's legit. But what I am saying though is be careful, because we have to remember that no matter what our ideologies and all this other crap is, we're still human, right? At least I like to think so. We've not all turned into reptiles yet. But having said that, we're all human. We need to get back to arguing about the things that matter in life, whether or not Silver Surfer's board can teleport. And this is CB Smallwood wishing you all a wonderful night. And until next time, I will catch you on the flip side.